JDM, David Beckham,
Sailor,
Abandoned, Pink, RS, Hog, Top Gear,
Cheese,
Yellow Bird,
Grr,
Scratches,
Filthy,
Blue, 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 Blue,
Blue,
Blue, Blue, Blue, Blue, Blue, Blue. Hi, I'm Adam C and welcome to the best public car park in the world. We're here for the Goodwood Festival of Speed, and this video will be looking around the car parks of every single day. So it's the Thursday today, it's a 4-day event, there is lots to take in. There's a special supercar car park, there's JDM goodness everywhere. We're going to see a lot. Starting off with a green Ferrari 599 GTB. We have a blue E60 BMW M5. And of course, with this year being the year of the comeback of the 300ZX, we have one of them in the car park with an Escort RS Turbo in front. We have found a Porsche 993 Turbo right at the bottom of the field. It goes up for quite a bit. And in celebration of the new ProDrive Subaru P25 that's debuting here this weekend, we have one of the original Subaru P1s, but I'm also looking for some oddball cars such as a Toyota Camry. We've got a Ferrari 812 GTS and a GTC 4 Lusso and a Ferrari 250 short wheelbase replica. Let's have a look at that. Oh, red interior on blue. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is a BMW Z3, so it's got the straight six. I could tell you how to tell the difference between a real one and a fake one. The general rule is if it's abandoned in a car park, it's a replica. If it's in the show, it's going to be real. Well, doesn't this stand out? A bright pink Honda Civic Type R with some JDM graphics. We've got the Porsche 944 behind it and a modified GT86. What are these called? Yeah, I can't remember. Velsatis? Yeah. 3.5 litre V. It's the 350Z engine in this. Because Renault used it. It was a Nissan engine, but Renault used it before Nissan did, so people think it's a Renault engine, but no, it's a Nissan engine in a Renault, so that's got my engine. I love it. It's quirky at the back too. Nice 350Z station wagon. We have some very brave wheels on this Sora orange. What do you think of the orange? I like the diffuser, albeit a little broken. Yeah, he's not a winner today, is he? The Discovery's here for the rally stage. James Bond's arrived in his DB5. This C63S has a stripe down the middle of it that's the same colour as the rest of the car. I think it's satin. It's hard to... There you go, you can see it there. And it's all down the car, all the way over the bonnet to the Audi Quattro. Oh, let me just do my duties. There you go, Morph. There are a lot of yellow flowers around, this being one of them. Why? We have an early Testarossa with the red splitter, which lowers the front end a little bit, but it's still got quite a lot of overhang on these. Dirty wheels, he's been using it. Ah, the red arrows of drawings. Hello. You car spotting too? That's not a V8. Boop. But that is a V8, an Ultima parked with the roof up because of the weather. But now for something completely different, a modified Peugeot 107. We've now spotted this minty green BMW M4 with white wheels, we are white wheeling the world, and blue and yellow seats. We have a Golf livery on this 720S, his surname must be Cooper, surprised he's not in a Mini. Talking of Minis, I quite fancy a Monster. Oh! And further down we have another Golf livery, this time on the Huracan STO. But we've ended up in one of the campsites, and you may think that we're lost, but we certainly are not. Based on what we saw last year, if you've seen last year's video, you know what I mean. We're off to find some eggs. We're on an Easter egg hunt, but it's not Easter. He's here to watch the Indy cars. So, growing by the small crowd of people we've seen, I reckon they're here, and maybe some of them are undercover. We're in the middle of someone's camp, but it's alright, they're watching the McLaren F1s. So, we have a Regera under the cover, but it's alright because I think most others, no, all of them, are not covered. We've got the Agera RSN in blue and a CCX next door to the green and red Koenigseggs Agera R. So this is where all the owners of Koenigseggs and the like camp on the Goodwood weekend and get to park up their cars. Cars such as another Regera next to the blue 1-to-1 and 2 more Regeras. I think there's 5 Regeras here, not including Zach's one because that's not here. It's pretty crazy having 8 Koenigseggs in the campsite. This isn't even part of the show, but they're still posed up because I know people will find them. Even look, the moped's been stickered up. But after that Koenigsegg collection, we're now on another car. There's a LaFerrari. We're in another car park, And there's a LaFerrari. There's actually another. This is blue. I think it's Tour de France blue. It's got to be. There's another one, literally just the other side of those bushes in the show. Nick Mason's one. And now there's one in a public car park with a golf ball in front of it.
Why do you have golf balls, mate?
where did they come
there?
It's Posi blue, not TDF blue. It's Posi blue, not TDF blue. What? It's blue. Oh wow, well they are brave wheels on the Maserati. Let's have a look at this section. This is the Aston Martin Club section. So this is where all the Aston Martins and owners of Aston Martins get to park. So they bring their Porsche along just to laugh in the face. And then over there is the Maserati section. So the brave wheeled Gran Turismo is somewhere. And we have a yellow MC20, which I adore. And we have an Aston Martin Vanquish Zagato Volante. A beautifully overpriced coach-built Aston Martin. And up there, a Corvette C3 Stingray. But for a change of scenery, we're in an even quieter car park. We've got a Vanquish over here. Behind me, an Aston Martin DB4. This is the Kennels car park, and you must always check the kennels. We've got a Ferrari 360 Spider and a Ferrari 599 GTO. Fast and loud. Oh, look who it is! It's David Beckham, wearing a decent colour. There he is, getting in a Maserati. We also did just miss an orange 918 drive-by. That's what we were caring about, but David Beckham was... Oh, what's that? Oh, it's nothing. But I think I know where that orange 918 was heading. He's heading for the supercar parking, whereby you can pay like 70 quid to park within the show. So that's where I'm heading for now, to see what I can see. So no sign of an orange 918, but what we do have is an AC 3000 ME Turbo. I saw one of these earlier this year, and I didn't think I'd ever see another one again, and here's another one at the show in the performance parking, which has all kinds of cars. We have one of various age 12 GTS's. Beautiful shade of blue on this example. And talking of beautiful blue cars, check out the blue on the 765 LT. Next to his purple buddy, we have a DB6, and I've spotted a 918, but not the orange one. So we may or may not get a chance to see the orange 918 this weekend, but this one's parked next to a grey McLaren P1. This one's called Hypercar Girl. Maybe it's a female-owned P1. I haven't seen this one before. And amongst all these colourful cars, we have a green Lamborghini Aventador Ultimate and a blue De Tomaso Pantera. Oh, the Cayman's got its silencers on. Hello, sailor. He is piloting his boat home. Ah! Orange 918. There it is. You doubted me. You didn't think this was real, but here it is. Bright orange on the Porsche 918. The other example's just behind the crowd to go on a tractor ride. So I can add that to the spectrum of colours of 918s that I have seen before, 918XX. And I have successfully spotted the Yaris, but I've also spotted a collection of car spotters cars. Shmi 150 has brought along a C63 Black Series, GT8, Ford GT, and the AMG GT Black Series as well. And we have a Jensen Interceptor, which has its Jensen V8 providing about 800 horsepower, and 3 canisters of nitrous providing 3,000 horsepower. That's what they claim. I'm not totally sure myself, but that's what they claim. And we conclude the Thursday's parking with this Lamborghini Murcielago. It's an original Murcielago, the 6.2, but with LP640 styled front end, side skirts and rear bumper, and a spoiler on the back as well. The splitter extends out a little bit more than the original LP640 bumper would do, and it is manual as well. So I will see you on Friday for more car hunting. So welcome to day 2 in the Kennels car park with a Singer 911 and a 964 RS in front of me, parked next door to a TVR. This is the 3.8 RS, as you can tell by its number plate, because it's not a 38 litre. Green and cream is the dream on the Type 23 Lotus Elise. Pulling into the car park is this Phenom liveried E36 and a 911. And back on the grass we have a full carbon fibre prototype McLaren 765 LT. But we're now approaching the performance parking for day 2, and the 3,000 horsepower Jensen Interceptor is revving for the official camera. So take a listen to that 800 horsepower Jensen V8 as he provides the revolutions. There's his nose. Elsewhere in the car park, we've got a purple Huracan Evo next to a satin blue Performante, and we've got a golden McLaren 720S behind. But this is one of the nicest colours of the day. It looks very similar, if not the same, as the 40th anniversary Murcielago colour on a Huracan STO. We've got Martini livery on the 911 and a red GT3 RS just down from Corvette C3 Stingray. And I'm always following the crowd, and this time the crowd are crowding around the orange 918 once again, who is using his V8 to manoeuvre out of the car park rather than the electric motors. I believe he is here for every day, if not most days, as is that P1 in front of him that we saw yesterday. What a thrill! Ladies potatoes. Further down we have another Huracan STO, this one finished in olive green, which actually suits it really well, and there's something to look at just down here too. So just beyond the McLaren P1 we've got the Lamborghini Aventador Ultime and a Ford GT all the way from Germany, this particular one, AC GT. Oh, it's mine. That's okay. Right, that's my car. But dare I say it, despite some of the beautiful colours on display, the main public car park is more entertaining than the performance parking. Because in the public car park we get little gems such as this Glanzer. Bit of a BMW lineup, got the Z4 next to the 4 Series Cabriolet, and we have a Ferrari 360 Challenge Stradale. I'll put some clothes on, mate. Now this Rolls Royce may look like something a little bit old, a little bit tired with a gecko on it, but this gets sent sideways. It's got modern internals underneath and runs like a dream apparently, and it's just abandoned here on the field. Just down from a 997 GT3 RS Gen 2. This Audi Quattro is white wheeling the world. And down here we have the incredibly rare Renault Spider in blue. I mean, when do you see these especially finished in blue? Normally it's yellow we see. And then just down here, beyond the Exige, we have this incredibly rare Renault Spider in blue. I mean, when do you see these in blue as well? It's normally like liquid yellow you see them in. That's unbelievable. Both of which with their tonneau covers on. This one goes 666 miles per hour according to the devil himself. There's a TVR combo Cerberus and T350. Much like the Quattro earlier, this Citroen has white wheels. And much like the Quattro earlier, this is a Quattro. And coming around the corner, looking at this M2, I just saw a bit of pink. A pink Mark 1 MX-5. Even the wheels have been rattle-canned pink. I think this is all rattle-can. Okay, these ones haven't, but come around here, maybe it's just overspray, but the tyres and the wheels have a bit of pink on them too. They've got some leftover stickers from childhood that they've put on the car too. And as part of a similar vibe, we've got this Lupo in blue with yellow headlights, and beyond the full sunroof, a spoiler, quite a large spoiler attached to the boot. And this GT86 is white wheeling the world as well, with a lot of camber just down from a voodoo blue Porsche Boxster Spider. And feast your eyes upon this cambered Micra. Oh, he's got a relocated number plate too for those import vibes, part next to a Caterham. And we have a Marcos who has visited the Le Mans 24 hours, or 23 and a half hours. This 350Z seems to be some kind of Aston Martin green or similar. It's got a Rocket Bunny styled front bumper, but no wide arches. I guess the 350Z already has kind of bulbous arches anyway, but no wide arches. And 2 + 2 = 4, so we have a GT4 RS, the first customer car that I have seen, just parked in the normal car park, as the Glanzer provides some revolutions past the Porsche. And for more of you JDM fans, we have an S-body. It is a PS13, although it has an S13 rear end. So it's got the S13 rear, PS on the front. It's a 200 SX in the public car park with a cage inside as well, and some buckets and a giant and towards the bottom of the hill, I've never seen it this busy on a Friday, we have a Jaguar S-Type with a Unipart livery. I know it's way too late now the video's gone live, but notice to the MR2 owner, you've left your side lights on. Ooh, a Beetle. There is an Aston Martin GT8 and an Elemental RP1, a lightweight 2-seater carbon car. How about that? That's something a little bit rarer that we don't get to see. And just beyond that, just getting ready to leave, a TVR Cigaris in orange. Oh, there's a Cobra! That's the first one we've seen in a car park. We'll look at that in a bit. Here comes the Cigaris. So as the Cigaris leaves behind me, we are greeted by a Dax Togero, a Dax Cobra, a bit like mine, a bit more modern than mine, and a very dark blue with white stripes and no overriders or bumpers, anything like that. You just ought to be careful with his little side window that he doesn't catch it on the door. Although that one, is that Perspex? I think that's Perspex. His livery appears to have fallen off. Oh look, RS6 with Pog Save the Queen written on the side as part of a Gumball 3000 thing. This is Pog, a YouTuber from Belgium? Yeah, it's not going to be Bristol, is it? And further up, we have an early V8 Vantage, but just in front of this early V8 Vantage is an even earlier V8 Vantage. Oh, friends! Another one. And a Honda NSX matching my trousers in red. Also, just so you can appreciate this video, every single day we walk this. We're exhausted. It's only day 2. And we conclude day 2 with a Ferrari SF90 Spider and a Ferrari 488 with a white roof. So I'll catch up with you tomorrow after we play a game of what's inside that bag. What's he got? Oh, some apples, some Granny Smiths, some broken eggs, and a banana. Well, enjoy. But that was that for day 2 car park spotting at Goodwood. So hopefully I'll catch up with you on Saturday. I can't be here for long, but I want to see what is here. So you join me on day 3 in front of a Supra, and I've got about an hour to run around as many car parks as I can find to look for cars such as this Focus ST with incredibly brave wheels, or this Golf with some stripes. Those 4 white ice donuts are going to be very warm by the end of the day. It's a hot one today. Oh, and in front of this Track Day Mini we have a glittery blue 350Z, a lot of sparkle there, got the spoiler on the rear, and a custom bonnet too. They do vent, those vents. And look, the first Mark 1 Focus RS that I have seen this weekend. Imperial Blue, of course. You used to see TVRs everywhere at the Festival of Speed, so it's refreshing to see it tomorrow because there's not that many around. Next to this Ferrari 348 we have a Honda NSX, and this Jaguar E-Type has come all the way from California for the Festival of Speed. So I'm on 2 TVRs now with this Griffith, and I have found a Mitsubishi Evo 6 RS, as well as a Skyline R33. And this Tuscan marks the 3rd TVR, and this Cerberus is TVR number 4. And what do we think of this Mark 5 Supra? We've got aftermarket wheels and some custom stripes as well down the side and the front of the car. And another custom creation, this SL65 with various carbon effect details around it and splitters and side skirts. The carbon effect actually continues round to the front end as well. Ah, this red Mazda MX-5's black panel identifies as red, so we can accept it as red. Oh look, another Testarossa. There's a new blue GT3 and some cuddly characters inside the Nissan Qashqai. Look at the kitties in the seats. I can't imagine he stayed at a hotel. But you now join me back in the performance car park, and the car with the most performance here is the Top Gear Star in a reasonably priced car. It is the reasonably priced car. It's got the roll cage. It's even got an Instagram tag, Top Gear Kia. It's automatic, so it's for the automatic customers of Top Gear, although they're no longer doing a Star in a reasonably priced car on Top Gear, so it's a surplus car now. And as a 360 Challenge July arrives and provides some revolutions for the people, I've found a Noble M600. And beyond the 50th anniversary GTR, we have this Rolls-Royce Cullinan, which appears to divide opinions. What do you reckon? What do you think of it? It is interesting what cars you see in the performance parking now. They used to ban TVRs and only have like actual supercars here, such as another vibrantly coloured Huracan STO. This one looking crazy parked behind that green Bentley in front of it. But this year we even have a Mark IV Toyota Supra in the performance parking, as well as yet another uniquely spec'd Huracan STO parked next to this E-Type. And how's this for a livery? The Golf Davidoff livery on a 600 LT with its brave wheels parked just behind a Ford RS200, which I believe to be a Sierra underneath. And finally we have this 911, which is getting a whole lot of attention. But that was pretty much that for day 3. I've got my cheesy chips now, but I need to head home. There are some Bugattis lying around somewhere, but where's the fun in finding something that you already know about? part of the fun is just spotting something completely random. So I'll catch up with you tomorrow to see what we can see then. So welcome to day 4, the final day in the car park. I've only just arrived. I'm quite late due to a concert last night, and I've been having a play with this Porsche 997 with bike racks on the roof, and if you come around the rear it has a little sticker saying 6.2. It's got a 6.2 litre LS V8. I believe the owner said 470 brake horsepower. Due to the nice gearing of these cars I could keep up, which is fantastic. So let's see what we can see in the final day in the car park. I should probably lock the car. We have a Volcano Orange 570S just beyond this wrapped bluey turquoise 1 Series, and a Ferrari Mondial T who has decided to leave the roof down. This one looking in fantastic condition. And from Mondial we go to a similar era Ferrari, a 400i, which is for sale for less than 40 grand. And I have spotted something just beyond this GTR. It's an MGB, but bear with me, it's almost like a Harlequin car. It's got orange, red, blue, green and yellow. I think it was originally an orange car. It's a rubber bumper car, but if you come around the rear, on the back, it's got an RS badge. So are we thinking it's an RS powered MGB? There's no other way of knowing other than the pair of shoes. We have a stripped out Honda Civic track car, which is apparently overfueling, and a balloon, I think. Oh yes, he's strapped to the car, so this is his way of finding his car, and it's gone underneath it. So to help out, there you go. No, it's gone back. Lovely! Another TVR Tamora in a pearlescent orange. That's a colour I haven't seen on one of these for ages. You rarely get to see Tamoras. I love them. And next to the Tamora, someone's left their car running. This BMW's engine's still on. Is there anyone inside? I don't know. They probably don't realise their car's running. It's locked as well, so I can't turn it off. Right. I'm going to have to put a story out on my Instagram, and hopefully someone can find the owner and let him know. So I don't know what else I might be able to do other than post it on my Instagram and let him know. I might tell the people in Goodwood once I'm in there. Hopefully the owner's probably going to get back from a long day and notice, oh, I left it running. Someone's underwear's under that RS6. There is a modified Abarth 595 which is just down from this Mercedes E-Class turbo diesel with some cheese written on the back of it and some Sharpied pen designs on the boot lid of it. Oh, the kids have scribbled on the bumper as well, like just literally just scribbles, nothing. Jump, lucky rub, there we go. Fire and swing, hit with hammer here. And there's a little lineup. We've got the GT3 RS, a GTR and a purple M3. And here we have a 997 that appears to be resembling the 991 ultraviolet GT3 RS that we just saw over there. That looks to be ultraviolet on the 997. It's got a GT3 kind of RS style spoiler on it as well. Oh, this octopus is angry because they've tried to match the BMW badge to his colour. I'm going to name him Owen Andrews. How are you doing, Owen Andrews? Owen Andrews would be smiling if he saw this MGC GT. And the owner of this SL Pagoda seems to not have a pagoda roof for it, so they've covered the whole car to protect it from the dust of the grass. And how about this for a fruity British lineup? We've got the gorgeous colour on the Series 2 Lotus Exige S, and then the pearlescent blue on the TVR Tuscan Series 1. And whilst earlier we had a 997 in a 991 colour, do we now have a Mark II Focus RS in a Mark III Focus RS colour? Looks a bit like nitrous blue, and I don't think it's a wrap looking at the joins there either, but it's very glittery. It's nice to see a different colour on the Mark II Focus RS. For comparison, here is nitrous blue, and it is actually just as sparkly, so maybe that genuinely was nitrous blue on the Mark II Focus RS. This one's next to an Evo. Oh look, it's Bingham, the octopus. Bingham Price, how are you doing, mate? Yeah, he's a happy boy. And look at this saucy little unit, a green Lupo with light delete on both sides, the black bonnet, which is quick release, and GTI Recaris in the passenger seat. He's got race buckets for the driver's seat. The exhaust is in the back as opposed to on the back. He's currently got this one just for now. Many holes in the rear bumper. Oh, we better get to a doctor. Some of his stitches have come out. And in front, we have a Clio V6. Oh, I was thinking someone's cat had decatted himself, but it seems a bird has debirded himself. And this year is the owner of this my third Festival of Speed. They're rare. Oh my god! Who's taken the wrap off my 350Z? In fact, here you go, a direct comparison of the two. Daytona Blue, which is what mine is underneath, and then mine, which is wrapped with the white wheels. I do miss the gloss and the shine of paint, but the vibrancy of the yellow just cannot be beaten. Oh, that's great to see them parked next to each other. Shame mine's a little bit dirty, especially on the wheels. We've got this Ford Ka with various solar panel dancing items, which aren't working currently because the sun is... Oh, she's dancing. And you know I love my yellow cars. We have perhaps the ultimate yellow car, the Roof Yellowbird, all the way from Germany. How rare is this? Based on the 964, this is one of their most legendary cars. Beautiful, next to a Cayman GT4. Ryan's MX-5 shows quite the sticker showcase. How dare you! And we have another Mitsubishi Evo. Oh, Herbie's had some plastic surgery. And this Puma needs some plastic surgery. What? I don't know what I'm looking at. Oh, the Golf's left its windows down unless someone's asleep in the back. Someone was asleep in the back. Oh wow, that is mighty. A big blue 3-litre Bentley. This one with a warning due to its four-wheel brakes. Oops. Oh, the yellow octopus. He's unhappy. His name is Michael Smearthorpe. Now, this I don't get. It says, cute baby on board, please keep your distance. But in order to be able to read that, you need to get mega close to the car. Say I'm standing back here. This is about a driving distance of maybe 20 miles per hour. No way could I be able to read that from here. Go back to maybe a 30-mile-an-hour difference. Nope, still not visible. You get what I mean. And today, in the Koenigsegg campsite, they have packed up a lot of their set, but all 8 Koenigseggs are still here. We've got one of the Regeras behind me, and then we turn to all the rest of them. This is the white one that was undercover a few days ago. That one I believe was the one that we saw. So we've got Regera, 1-to-1, Regera CCX, Agera R, Regera, and Agera RSN. All in a lineup, just in a public campsite with many other vans and motorhomes and caravans all around them, and tents as well. This one's got its engine on display. Take a look at that. Whilst they're watching the racing and the track action at the festival, they've left their Koenigseggs with each other. Actually, no, it was this Regera that was under the cover the other day. White with carbon and blue interior as well, so it's got some subtle blue details. The calipers, of course, are blue as well. Blue seems to be the common colour amongst these lots, but it is refreshing to see an early CCX within the later models. But today, in the performance parking, we have another coloured Huracan STO, a 918, and a Volcano Orange McLaren P1 behind that. So the Sunday usually is one of the best days for car spotting, and it's clear to see why right at the front of the parking zone. And just beyond that P1 over there, we have this P1 over here, the one that we saw the other day. This has been here for 3 of the days out of the 4, I believe. And further up, a 997 GT3 RS 4-litre. So many more Huracans on display as well. There's even a Ferrari 430 16M, which has been stickered up for the Mille, and a 924 Carrera GT. And who have we got here? A whole jungle of animals. Oh wow, another brightly coloured Lamborghini Huracan. This one a Performante Spider in a satin chrome orange. As a 456 drives by, and I've just spotted another brightly coloured Huracan STO. So satin blue on the Huracan STO, and behind it, a slammed Audi RS4. Oh, now take a look at this C5 Corvette. There's a little demon on the front of it, and some scratches, vents and canards and a splitter. We've got the wheels to match the yellow paint job, side skirts down the side, some more scratches and a spoiler on the top. I think we saw this last year as well. But for a dramatic conclusion to the weekend's car spotting, we have the Series 1 Lotus Exige, but further down there's a car that's been extremely crowded around, and I've been hoping to see this. So just beyond another Mark IV Supra, we have Mark McCann's Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, which is honestly the dirtiest Lamborghini I've ever laid my eyes on. He's kept the engine cover off so we can see the cleanliness, or lack of the engine bay. I can't imagine Lamborghini would be too pleased with this. I'd send a cease and desist. It's awful. And earlier we found a Porsche Le Mans car in the Goodwood Hotel car park. That has since left, but there's a Bugatti Chiron. This one finished in French blue with dark blue carbon on the rear. It's got the chrome wheels as well, and has no one around it, which is rather rare. It's crazy that this isn't even in the show. It's just been parked at the hotel at his leisure. He's probably staying over for the weekend, brought his Bugatti, and he's not bothering showing it at all. And there's a loud helicopter ahead, there he goes. And to conclude the weekend, you join me at a secondary performance parking zone at the bottom of the show, which includes this Ford GT, which has been parked next to a purple Camaro with a matte black front end. It's got gloss black as a stripe down the bonnet. I've got a pint, and there's a lot of shimmer and sparkle in the purple. There's some yellow details down, loud but legal. Well, that's good to know. Yellow to match the GT, which is also yellow, and yellow on the BMW M3 with some flowers on the side. We also have yellow as the calipers of the Cayman GT4 and yellow as the sidelights of this E46 track weapon, and a vintage pre-war Bentley. Not a blower though, because that's where the blower would be. Ah, look, it's Lionel, the Maybach called Lionel, which is gold down the side, including the wheels. And just down from Lionel, we've got two F8 Tributos and a cream 812 Superfast with white wheels. White wheel the world on a Ferrari, matching the white stripes. That is a decent spec. But that concludes the Goodwood Festival of Speed of 2022 and all the cars that I could find in the car parks, in the public car parks. So we finished in the performance parking. Of course, there's far more that I could have filmed. There's an NXX behind me, there's a F1 Edition Vantage, there's a new NSX over there as well. But the video would be hours long because there are thousands of cars here. So check me out on Instagram for the pictures that I take at these meets and a few more behind the scenes things. There's some revolutions from some car behind me, so I hope you enjoyed that video from Goodwood 2022. But for now, thanks for watching.